when you're reading Gideon or Blackbirds or The Other Woman, I want you to be like, okay, I didn't put my life on hold and check this out. Woo! I've never read that. I mean, so remember years ago I was writing The Other Woman. Many people read The Other Woman? Yeah. Well, this was writing. This was just a small thing, but it was a big thing for me. David Lawrence's wife, her name is Jessica, and she's not in the novel until the third act. And for me, I said that doesn't work for me, because you read stuff, then all of a sudden, towards the end of the book, people start showing up. You're like, it's like, oh, wait, where you come from? Why are you important? Well, why weren't you in the book? So what I did was I introduced her one sentence at a time. So we had letters from Jessica, we had pictures of Jessica. I wanted to feel that when you actually saw Jessica, you feel like she's been in the book the entire time. Very important. So I worked it out. I brought in her emails, her text messages, and I put them in the book just like it was a story within a story. You got her private moments, her personal moments. You got the things she said, the things she did. We wrote them like you felt like you were in that scene. So when she shows up, you're like, yeah, I know you. So it's just a lot of stuff like that when I'm working on it. I wanted to.
So how long did it take you to write? How long does it typically take you to write a book?
About half a year.
Half a year.
That's working every day, and that's pretty much every day. Some aspect of working on the novel every day. Some days is research day, meaning like when I was in Argentina, I would spend all day driving around or being driven around, and it's like being a location scout. Like when I do the chase scene, I would go through the city, have my camera at my side, had my recorder, and I would literally I talk. It's when I would start talking into the tape recorder, and would say like, so I'm going down Libertador Avenida, blah blah blah. We're going through here. There's the Los Derechos, the law school on the side. The street is 8 lanes wide. There's a park to the left. There's this, blah 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 blah. And it's funny. I'm talking like that, and then at some point, it's like I become Gideon, and they're chasing me, and I can see them in the beginning. And it's so funny, it's like I would make a switch, and I'd be like, okay, that really felt crazy, but I'm gonna roll with it, So that would be that day. Then I would take that, and the next day would be transcribing everything that I wrote. And the day after that would be making that scene, dropping in the cars, the car chases, the crashes, the finding a point where this ends, and however that gets resolved. So it's every day. This was cool about it for me. Every day is different. It's not just me sitting in front of the computer all the time,
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really descriptive, because you're actually telling us that you go to the location, right?
Yeah.
He actually goes there, and you're literally kind of simulating what you're going to write so that it becomes real to you.
Yeah. Well, see, it's not only that it has to be real to me. I write like this.
But when it's real to you, then it becomes real to us.
It is. But see, it's like the people who live in Argentina or Antigua or Oldenville, if they pick up the book and read it, it has to feel like it was in Argentina. It has to be real. It's not like me. It's not me Googling on the internet and dropping stuff in. No, I'm there. I get the smells. If you guys are on Facebook, I just uploaded stuff from 8 years ago, 2 years, yesterday morning, or this morning. I found this disc when I was in Argentina with me going around with my camera recording stuff. And I uploaded stuff. It's so funny. It's like, I got my dreadlocks, and the beard. And I'm like walking down the street, I'm in Argentina, and blah, 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 blah. And they got dog poo all over this joint. And I was like, what kind of people don't pick up the dog poo? It's just anything I saw. I got people, they tango in the streets. They tango at the restaurants. I mean, I was at a restaurant in Argentina. It's out, all the seating is outside. So we're sitting outside, and a storm comes. They're in the middle of a dance. This couple, they're the professionals. They keep dancing. They don't stop. It's like I'm sitting here watching. Everybody's going inside. They're getting soaking wet. They go all the way through the record. Then they stop. And I'm sitting there like, what? Now, you know me, I'm from here, sister get a hell with, it's over. I'm just saying, you know, and she just kept spinning around, and they did the whole thing as if rain was nothing, man. Yeah, you know, and this was one of those winter rains. So they kept, and it just, watching the culture, reading the culture, I put their politics into the novels, be it Dying for Revenge, Antigua, the protest that was in that novel, that was real. I was sitting and the protest went by. I go to all these places, and I kind of refer to that I lived somewhere, because I usually stay about 4 months. I'm there so long, I have a place I get my laundry done, I have a routine. I pass by strangers, I give them directions to places. You know. I mean, really, it was like, I was in London, and I was in London hanging out with people from London, and someone came by, was looking for a particular place. And I told them the shortcut to get there. The people I was with from London didn't even know about the shortcut.
Wow.
Because I'm out all day just walking around and taking notes. And I've had, it's so funny, because when I did Sleeping and Waking, I had so many notes left over, stuff that I didn't use, that when I wrote Dying, I used some of those notes in that novel, with Gideon being pursued by Matthew and the lady who loved the blindness. So yeah.
So we understand how you write your books, how long it takes.
Yeah.
What inspires you with these books? Do you meet people and then like, oh, I'm gonna come up with that character?
Well, you know, sometimes it's, well, like with Gideon, it was I wanted to do an assassin. And then it was a matter of, I had to create the character.
But what do you know about assassins?
If I told you, I had to kill you.
Uh-oh. Did you Google it?
Well, that was the thing about it. It's like a lot of stuff is that what I don't know, I research, I learn. Like I've read other authors, assassin, their take, blah, blah, blah. And I wanted mine to be different. Right. I didn't want to be that guy. You know, it was really interesting, because when I created Gideon, one of the first things I wrote down was, well, I had the character say, it was like, I know 23 ways to put a man in the ground. And I was like, damn, 23? Oh shit, I got a commitment. Like, I got to figure this out. I'm glad he didn't say 40. You know, but yeah, so for me, that's that thing. The guy who you always use. Every time Gideon does something, the scene is going to be different. So hopefully, you as a reader, you don't feel deja vu every time he does. Every time he does something, it's different. You know. So
is this the last? Or can we expect another?
At some point, I mean, because the way this ends, it opens a huge door.
Oh.
It opens a huge door. Yeah. It opens a huge door. You know, I think part of Gideon's journey with his mother and everything that he's done is that he's been in search of the truth. Sort of like a child who doesn't know his father or his mother, and they want to know the truth. You know, you can have a child with a guy, and you can tell the child all his life that the guy is no good, this, that, and the other. The child still want to meet his dad. The child, and that's good. He still why? Because that's my dad. You know, that's it.
So, is there ever in your books a message? And if there was a message, what would it be?
I don't know. I let the characters live, breathe, go through what they're going through, and I don't do it in a heavy-handed way and such that there's a message to this. The moral of the story is I don't do that. You know, I've never done that. One of the first things I do as a writer when I'm writing is I get out of the way. As I'm creating characters, I get out of the way. In the sense is like this. Hopefully you come back to the book because it was written by me. That you enjoy my work in some way. But you stay because once you turn the page and start reading the story, I vanish. and it becomes about the character.
Right.
And you coming back for Gideon, you coming back for Genevieve. Yeah, forget Eric. I'm into the story now, you know, and that's what you want, you know.
I think that's what we like about it, right? Yeah. We don't want a message. We want to be taken away. And
I've never been able to do that. I just have these stories with these characters that some stuff ends up resolved, some stuff doesn't end up resolved. The big stuff I always resolve to a certain way. Up ending, meaning positive, down ending, maybe not the way we thought it was going to work out, but I do the ending that makes sense for the story. So I don't create an ending because I'm trying to be the moral police. You know, so the ending, so all the stuff that the characters have been through, when it gets to the end, this ending makes sense for this book. And it changes from novel to novel. So yeah. So I try to stay true to the story. Again, I try to get out of the way. It's not about what I believe. Because I would definitely say, when I started writing a Gideon novel, just the idea of writing an assassin, I'm writing somebody who killed people. It was really, first it was like hard to do. You know, just like, I would have Gideon fighting, but it's like, oh, he about to kill him, you know. So, I'm going to hell, you know. But the funny thing about it is that after it's fun. What are you gonna do next? You know, I mean, really, it's like, you know, just creating a character that you have the license to. Gideon has somehow captured the mark, the target. They're unconscious. They wake up in a plane and get thrown out.
Wow.
You know, yeah. I mean, it's just like I would hate it, but you go, Gideon can do it. You know, Gideon does it, man. You know, there's certain type of people that Gideon